Now, Mark's no stranger to the sports arena. He grew up tossing a football around and has been physically fit since he began to walk. He's taken up his current sport for other reasons. Let's find out why. Some people take up a sport because of doctor's orders, others because of peer pressure. But for Mark Harmon of TV's St. Elsewhere, there is a deeper reason for his new interest in volleyball. It's to tell the story of Kurt Kilgore, a world-class volleyball player Mark knew when they were both students at UCLA, and whose volleyball career was interrupted by a tragic accident.
Kurt Kilgore at UCLA was a three-time All-American volleyball player and master of the beach game as well as the indoor game. He went to Italy to play national competition against the best competition in the world. Had never been done by an American before. In 2 seasons, he was all-world captain of that team. And one day they were practicing in the gym, and the wire on the top of the net broke. And the coach sent him off to the side to a vaulting horse to agility drills like they do all the time. Little kids, you see them do forward rolls on the floor, just messing around. And Kirk did a forward roll and landed wrong in a porta pit and broke his neck, snapped the 7th vertebrae and crushed it. And from that time on has been a quadriplegic. Instantly lost, as we would term it, everything that he had come to take for granted in his life and anything that had given him the prowess and the advantage that he had had. But that pretty much is where our story starts.
Mark's story is a movie for TV he's making about Kurt Kilgore's life, in which he plays Kirk himself. To get ready for the role, he comes here to Pepperdine University in Malibu several times a week for some pretty rigorous training with volleyball coach Marv Dumpy.
I am not naive enough to think that in 6 months' time or 3 years' time or even 10 years' time that I could perform on a world-class level like these guys certainly are, and Kirk was. I'm interested in making it believable for camera. You know, one thing I can't do is grow 3 inches, and the other thing I probably can't do is leap vertically 44 inches, which Kirk could do regularly. And also, Kirk was left-handed. All I am interested in doing is looking like I mesh in with the type of players that I'll be playing with in this.
Mark gives his father credit for a childhood spent playing baseball and basketball and a college football career at UCLA. Tom Harmon was a football great who became a sportscaster, and Mark readily followed in his footsteps.
I thought of not going into sports, you know, but then I wanted to come home for dinner, so my father, once a long time ago, someone put a microphone in front of my face, and it was like the very first interview, and he said something like, "Did you ever think of not going into sports?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "My dad wouldn't have cared if I was a violin player." And what I meant by that is he's let me make my own choices. My father read that article, and he came up to me at the dinner table one day, and he put that article in front of me, and he said, "Let me tell you something, Clyde." He said, "I'd have cared." You know, and I said, "Okay, I got the point." Draw it back, draw it back, draw it back. Swing. Right.
Tom Harmon must have passed some of his ambition on to his son, because whether it's playing a plastic surgeon on St. Elsewhere or playing volleyball in Malibu, Mark gives it his all.
There you go. Good.
Well, Mark certainly gives his all to his friends, too. That was terrific. Here's what's coming up on Our Magazine.